What's up, everybody? This is Gojo, and I'm with you guys with the Bardock family escape to Earth Part 3. Now, I did explain that Frieza in the previous episode was much stronger than you think. Well, if you're wondering why, it's because he actually knows that Bardock and his family survived. Fearing that maybe a Super Saiyan will come sooner than he thinks, Frieza would have decided to train for at least a week. With this, Frieza's power would immensely increase because of his potential of a mutant. But he actually wanted a training dummies so he can test his power, that being Vegeta and Nappa. Due to him only being them, means that they'll mostly get the worst beating, with Vegeta also getting it. Nappa will receive an incredible beating, but Vegeta's beating was much more brutal than Nappa. So yeah, when both Reds, well, Vegeta and Nappa arrive on Earth, their power levels are skyrocketing. Even Bark is shocked. It's Vegeta's power level is around 180,000, and Nappa's is 60,000, which is incredibly skyrocketing. He actually thought that they would be around the levels of around 18,000 range, but this is crazy. Do you see that just from being from Frieza? How's it possible? Which explains to them that Frieza used them as a training dummy so he can get much more powerful, fearing the Super Saiyan. Bardock then grins his teeth, realizing that they should not allow themselves to get too much time. Because of that, Frieza has now been training himself, and they don't know even how powerful he has become. Bardock was already aware of Frieza's incredible power, but now he's not even sure they can match it even if using Super Saiyan anymore. Which is actually surprised they have Super Saiyan? Which Bardock, Gene, Goku, and Raditz would have shown as he transformed Super Saiyans, mastered Super Saiyans. Of course, Nappa would have wanted to get Super Saiyan alongside Vegeta, but Bardock thinks that Vegeta will mostly get before Nappa, so they better train incredibly fast and as fast as they can. Because if Frieza is to come to Earth, they need to prepare their adversaries for the. They need to prepare the warriors for the best. Which explains that they were actually trying to get dynamic, but ever since they heard about them traveling to Earth, and of course an entire Saiyan family able to arrive on Earth, Frieza has his gaze on them, and he's coming to Earth to destroy it alongside the Saiyans. Bardock tells Vegeta that they prepare as much as they can, with Vegeta thinking that Bardock is incredibly powerful. Just by sensing a little bit of his power, Vegeta can just see how strong Bardock is, even Goku. So he asks if he can trade with both of them. Of course, Bardock is kind of hesitant, which is not on the same level as him and Goku, and they might not be able to gain much gains. He'd actually train. So most likely, Bardock will decide that he should train with Raz while Nappa trains with Gine. Eventually, Vegeta will decide to agree, since his Raz is close to his power level. Even though Raz is much more higher than Vegeta, he's actually pretty close. So yeah, Vegeta and Raditz would have trained together, where eventually Raditz able to help Vegeta achieve Super Saiyan, while also Genie able to help Nappa achieve Super Saiyan as well. Now, by the time that Frieza will arrive, if you're wondering, this is actually would have arrived around a month, not a full year, but this full year will actually be Frieza arriving instead of the Saiyans. So yeah, with this, Frieza most likely would arrive on Earth. With Frieza arriving on Earth, most likely they have to prepare as they have only a little bit of time, which is 1 year. With, of course, Bardock able to use a time chamber alongside his family, Vegeta, and Nappa, they'll continue their training as they increase their power. With eventually Goku and Bardock able to achieve Super Saiyan 2, seeming as they were able to now fully tap into it. While Gohan would have trained with Mr. Piccolo, Piccolo also would have trained so he can get incredibly powerful. With all the Saiyan family, alongside Piccolo getting incredibly strong, Vegeta and Nappa will also get strong themselves. If one of they yes, they'll keep their tail, alongside Goku, Raditz, and Bardock. While Bardock, I think maybe combining Grade 8 with Super Saiyan, but it's kind of risky and uncontrollable. But Himeti is the only way that they can use this power. Of course, he actually decides to use Dragon Balls just in case if one of these Dragon Balls are kind of upgraded because Bardock kind of trained Kami before the 5 years time skip, so Kami is much stronger, and these Dragon Balls can actually grant wishes after 3 months. So it's no problem if you use it much more early. So yeah. With Bardock using those wishes, he will actually ask Shinron if there's any other Super Saiyan forms. Which Shinron explained that there is a Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, and a secret version known as 5, and God, and even Blue. which is a past version of a Super Saiyan God. Of course, Nishon also would explain about the Super Saiyan God ritual and how to obtain it. With Barak, of course, knowing that only his family and Gohan are the only pure-hearted Saiyans, while Vegeta and Nappa are only neutral Saiyans. So it might not work. They need to be a pure-hearted Saiyans. So they have five, but they're missing just one. If they can make even Vegeta or Nappa good people, maybe the Super Saiyan God ritual will just be enough. But of course, Bark still hesitant about the ritual. So yeah, he'll just keep that in mind just in case. Of course, he does tell everyone about it, which is actually shocked because they cannot do it because of him and Nappa being neutrals. Of course, both Vegeta and Nappa kind of feel a burden to the family because of it, because they always felt that they're weaker, but now just seeing that they can not able to help with a big power boost, then being able to match Frieza or even defeat him, they just feel kind of let down, kind of useless, you could say. But Ball just chooses. And while telling him that a Saiyan should never look down upon his potential and to always push himself. They'll choose Super Saiyan 3 and 4 if it may need to be. With of course the training being intense, Goku and Bardock were able to use the time chamber multiple times. We eventually kind of able to upgrade so they can no longer age. With this, both Goku and Bardock were able to achieve Super Saiyan 3 and master it. But of course, it will take a longer time so they can do that. While Raditz, Gene, Vegeta and Nappa were able to master Super Saiyan 2 and able to increase their power a lot. With Bark able to get, alongside Goku, we're able to get a power levels of around 150 million base form, which doesn't seem far-fetched as they incredibly powerful. While if you're wondering, Vegeta was like would surpass Gene and Raditz as well, with achieving a power level of 100 million by the time. He does have Super Saiyan 2 mastered, but he doesn't have Super Saiyan 3, but he's close to achieving it alongside Raditz. While Raditz has a power level of around 80 million, being the practically being one of the most powerful Saiyan warriors. While Gine has a power level of around 70 million, and Nappa has a power level of around 60 million. While other humans have power levels from ranging from 5 million to 300,000, which is the strongest out of all of them. They can all use Kaioken thanks to Bardock teaching them how to utilize it and control it. Thanks to 1 year training. Piccolo is also stronger than the humans, actually able to keep up even with someone like Nappa. Able to have also a power level of 60 million, and even increases Kaioken level to even higher than the humans. Piccolo can actually increase his Kaioken to times 400, so he can match the Saiyans. Of course, this will prove to be incredibly strength to his body, but he can count Kaioken times 200 with no strength to his body, which just proves that Piccolo is much more powerful than the original. When Frieza arrives, he's in his final form. When informing this Frieza has been training for a really long time, and he has a power level in just his suppressed of 10% final form. He has a power level of around 1 billion, which is just shocking. As Frieza in 10% of his power has a power level of 10 billion is just shocking. Of course, Bardock Ilta says this is actually surprised. Their base was not even able to match Frieza if they actually fought. Bardock grunting his teeth, knowing that they must fight Frieza with everything they got. As Bardock powers up to Super Saiyan, alongside Goku, the power level skyrocketed to 7.5 million billion. While Vegeta using Super Saiyan, his power level only skyrockets to 5 billion. As they use their powers to start to overpower most of the Frieza's army, alongside Bardock and Goku fighting off against Frieza, able to tag team incredibly good. While Vegeta also would have joined, while the other Saiyans would take care of the Frieza force and destroying it. While Frieza would handle all of them, most likely that the Doria and Zarbon would have also been trained by Frieza, or at least Frieza would have been able to help them train a little bit. Frieza not gained that much gains as he did with Vegeta and Nappa, but for Zarbon and the Doria, their power levels would have increased. With Zarbon able to actually reach after training for a long time, is able to reach a power level of around 1 million. And his ugly form actually gives him a 10 times boost, alongside increasing his durability, able to push him to a power level of 10 million. While the Doria has a power level of around 900,000, which is able to handle some of the weaker humans, but still not able to manage stronger humans. But his durability does prove to be incredibly beneficial. While for the Guinea Force, they're ranging from power levels of around 300,000 to 1.1 million, which is incredibly impressive for all of them. If of course most of them were able to be defeated, almost like Captain Ginyu, who's not able to actually get unknown someone's body stolen, because Bardock was most likely able to figure out his technique. Also, use the Dragon Balls to find out most of the henchmen of Frieza their secret abilities. So yeah, which is why Bardock wanted to be much more prepared for this. With Frieza saying he has enough powers up even more, powering him to 50% of his power, and his power skyrockets to 50 billion. Bardock, knowing that they must use even more power, just from powers up to Super Saiyan 3, increasing his power level 80, increases power level 5 times more than the Max Super Saiyan, with his power level skyrocketing to 90 billion alongside Goku, while Vegeta would have used Super Saiyan 2 to increase his power level to 10 billion and try to overpower Frieza. He tries to help out as much as he can, but his power level is incredibly lower. Of course, he decides to kill all the other Frieza force that has actually been left. While Goku and Bardock able to tag team Frieza again, Frieza uses even more of his power as he powered up to 100% of his power, able to reach 900 billion by a time. But his power level actually skyrockets even more as Goku and Bardock are shocked as his power reaches 200 billion in strength. Not only has his power increased, but also he was handling much more power than he actually thought. Both Goku and Bardock will start to get overwhelmed, but due to their combined work alongside their power levels, they're able to actually slightly match Frieza, but not to a big extent. Bardock knowing that they must increase their power even further, Bardock knowing that they must push themselves even further, powers down from Super Saiyan 3 as he throws a fake moon as he uses his power to transform into Golden Great Ape. While Goku is out of energy, he sees Bardock is transformed to Golden Great Ape, seemingly going on a rampage due to his power being uncontrollable. Goku then is able to yell as his father to regain control, with Bardock able to fight the Golden Great Ape power. Also, I actually kind of wrong the power levels to be 90 billion. They're actually 60 billion, so I'm sorry guys for the math that I did wrong. I'm sorry. So yeah. But yes, Frieza was indeed pushed to his full powers, so yeah. With this, Bardock in his golden grady form will most likely able to achieve a power level skyrocketing incomparable to his Super Saiyan 3 transformation. Due to the golden grade actually granting him a power boost of 500 times, which practically increases Bardock's base from 150 million all the way up to 75 million billion. So yeah, with this, Bardock will not be able to actually handle the graded Bardock will most likely not able to handle Frieza's full power, but due to his durability increased thanks to a graded form, he's able to tank most of the attacks. While Bardock is struggling to regain control with the help of his son and his family, he's able to regain full control. Now having mastered the graded form, Bardock is now able to finally use for the first time Super Saiyan 4, with his power now fully skyrocketing, and due to his power, if wondering after mastering the graded form, Bardock gets 8 times multiplier increase because he can use the power of the Great Ape while also using it in his base form. Because the Super Saiyan 4 power level grants a 4,000 times boost to user's power, which that would mean that Bardock practically has a power level of 600 billion. Now this is a skyrocketing power level even for just this beginning. With this, Bardock is easily able to overpower Frieza due to their power levels having 400 billion range difference, which is just enough for Bardock to beat down Frieza. Frieza tries to blow up Earth, but when Bardock's quick thinking, he was able to use a Spirit Kamehameha and obliterate Frieza before he can even do that. Meaning that practically nothing is left of Frieza. He's practically evaporated. Bardock also handles most of the Frieza force, while some of them escape just in the nick of time before Bardock can actually destroy them. Bardock is kind of exhausted because he is now mastered Super Saiyan 4, but he was able to get incredibly good control over it, so he can handle it for a much longer time. He's able to give ki to most of the Saiyans, alongside some of the humans, and he then drops out of Super Saiyan 4, seemingly being exhausted, but most of the Z fighters and the Saiyans were able to recover thanks to Bardock's immense powerful ki. Bardock really made happy that everything is now finally over and Frieza has dead and has now died. But Vegeta explains that King Cole will come soon. Sooner or later, King Cole will arrive so he can make sure to end the Saiyans. Bardock tells Vegeta that they'll be much more prepared than they have been before. With Vegeta smiling as he fist bumps Bardock, with Bardock doing the same. Eventually, Vegeta would then build a strong bond between himself and Goku, with both of them becoming rivals, almost like Raditz. Well, Raditz who actually became rivals with Nappa, with Nappa eventually going quite strong and powerful with Raditz. Gohan also would have grown stronger as he has not actually partaken in a battle between him and the Frieza Force. He did fight some many Frieza soldiers, but he did not fight with to Frieza. Now he was trained by Bardock to achieve Super Saiyan days to himself, so most likely that Gohan was able to achieve Super Saiyan way earlier in the original. With this means that Gohan actually had much more better grasp on Super Saiyan than he would actually have in the original. With this, Gohan most likely try and master Super Saiyan. This was always his grandfather, but also his father's help. With this, everything most likely would have gone for the better until the until a future warrior arrives. This future warrior being future Goku. What's gonna happen next? Why is this version of Goku still alive? Isn't he supposed to be dead? You have to find out in the next part. I'm Goku, your host. See you next time, my Z fans.